What up, world? Today we're talking about the best movie to drop in 2024 so far. Do me a favor. Go ahead, like, share, comment, subscribe, do all the things that you know you're supposed to be doing. Anyway, we on YouTube now. What are you doing? Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's another edition of Rage Reviews, and today we're talking about Dune Part 2. Part 2. First off, this movie was phenomenal. Shout out, round of applause to every actor involved, to every director, every producer, everybody involved with this franchise and this film. Round of applause. Kudos to you. Because when I tell you this film is phenomenal, phenomenal. Top to bottom. The score, the shots, the CGI was crisp, for the most part. Like everything about this movie was good. It was good. Now, mind you, I'm a Star Wars fan, so Dune's always interested me just because I know Dune inspired George Lucas to create, to write Star Wars and to create the movies for it. And knowing that information, I went into the first movie, just Dune, just interested to see how they were going to depict the story, knowing nothing of the story, but just understanding it inspired George Lucas to create this whole franchise. And because it inspired him, I'm just like, man, I'm a fan of Star Wars, so I'm interested to see what similarities can we see from this. And there was a lot. There was a lot of similarities. Of course, people living, the Fremen people living in the sand, the giant sandworms, just the warring families and the political stuff that was going on behind the scenes in the first one. It was depicted and set up very well. It was a lot of setup in the first one. A lot of setup. And before we go any further, spoiler warning. Spoiler warning. I'm gonna give you 5 seconds. You got 5 seconds. If you don't want anything spoiled, don't go past this point. Go watch the movie and then come back and watch the video. However, if you're still here, let's talk about it. So this movie, like I said, the first movie had a whole lot of setup. But this movie started off right off rip. Just because the first movie had so much setup, this movie, they didn't have to do any setup. They just, even though they did a little bit of setup with certain storylines and the way they're kind of going, to say the least. Yeah, they did a little bit of setup, but for the most part, man, this film was just 10 toes down from beginning to end. It's just like we built this world and set up all these different things, and now we're just gonna trot in this sandbox that we created, and we're just gonna play. We're gonna have a great time, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think the runtime was like 2 hours and 45 minutes. Didn't feel like that to me. I was locked in from the beginning to the end. I was locked in. Man, it was such a dope film. It was such a dope, like I said, from the score to the cinematic shots to the CGI to the different fight choreography. It was just dope from beginning to end. And when I tell you these actors were acting, they weren't acting, they was acting. That's ACKIN. They was acting. Timothy Chalamet, Zendaya, what's my man's name? Is it Javier Bardem? I know his last name's Bardem. Bro, beautiful performances across the board. Dope acting across the board. Only thing that kind of weirded me out a little bit, I needed the sister to just not talk to the mama no more. I just needed the little sister to not talk to the mama no more, because that was a lot. That was just real. was a lot. And then she was talking aggressive. I'm just like, fam, you a fetus. Like, relax. Relax. You ain't even seen sunlight yet. Relax. Just sit back and take that amniotic fluid from your mama. I get it. You took some of the worm piss, some of the worm bile, and now you speaking for yourself through your mama. But relax, bro. Relax. You not even out, and you don't even know how to walk yet. Relax. Chill. But I'm interested to see how her character develops, because I've heard things, I've read things where his little sister becomes a major player in the movie. Of course, I'm talking about Paul Atreides, Timothée Chalamet's character. His little sister becomes a major player in the series and in the story. So I'm interested to see how that's gonna play out. But man, this film. If you're into sci-fi fantasy, if you're into futuristic sci-fi fantasy, this film is executed beautifully. Like, I honestly don't have anything negative outside the little sister talking too much. I don't have anything else negative to say about this film. The shot with freaking Fade in the hallway with the woman behind him, that was just executed phenomenally. From the score to the background to the dialogue to just what ended up resulting from that scene. First of all, Shawty line in the next scene after that hallway scene where she was talking to the where she was talking to the mother. That was probably one of the coldest lines I've ever heard somebody describe a pregnancy. Shorty said, "The bloodline is secured." I said, hold on, wait, what? Because not only did she sneak up on Faye in the hallway, not only did she find his weaknesses and play on them, and pretty much manipulated him into becoming their tool for the most part. She hit him with the "put your hand in this box," and then she showed the box. And I was like, "Oh, that box. Oh, all right, cool." So I'm like, "Where are we going here? I don't know what she's talking about." But all right, put your hand in this box. All right, you put the hand in this box, and then the next thing you talking about the bloodline secured. So what box did he put his hand in? That's all I'm saying. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway, anyway, that was probably one of the coldest lines to me in the movie. Yeah, it was just funny. I've never heard anybody describe a pregnancy as the bloodline is secured. What? What you mean? what you mean? The bloodline is secured? Okay. What you mean? that tickled my soul. And it was so many more moments in the movie that tickled my soul. When Javier Bardem's character was just so devoted to Paul off rip from the beginning of the movie to the end of the movie. That was his Messiah. There was nothing Paul could do or say that was going to change that man's mind on him being the Messiah and him coming to save the Fremen people. And Paul was just like, this ain't even real. I don't even believe in this. Like, Fremen people should free Fremen people. I'm just here to help. I don't even believe this is a fake prophecy created by my mother. Like, it's not even real. And he was just like, you're just saying that to be humble. No, I'm saying that because it's true. They made up this whole story. My mom and her people made up this whole story. And it was just so funny because he was so devoted. He was so devoted off rip. You could not tell that man was not a Messiah. It was so funny to me. But yeah, that that part was so funny to me. Well, like I said, Timothée Chalamet as Paul Atreides and Zendaya man, I don't remember her character's name, but they were acting in this movie. They were acting. Once he took the once he took the worm bile, and his eyes were open, man, he came in that Fremen leader meeting and just started ordering them people around. I was just like, huh, oh, okay. Huh. All right. Huh. And then when he pretty much led the rebellion against the Emperor, man, that was smooth. First of all, Christopher Walken as the Emperor, hilarious. Hilarious. It's just funny seeing him in any like leadership type of role where he's supposed to be head like over nations or like a king or something. Like, it's just funny because he talks with such a funny accent and such a funny cadence with his words that it's just funny seeing him in those positions. Because like when you're in those like king type, emperor type roles, it's just like you have to command all these people, and it's just funny seeing people listen to him with that accent and cadence. And it's just like, bro, who are you talking to? It's just funny to me. It's hard for me to take him seriously in those type of roles, but that's just me. I still respected it. It was cool. But man, that one-on-one with Fade, Paul Atreides, and that one-on-one with Fade, I wasn't expecting. I'm not gonna hold you. I wasn't expecting Paul to get stabbed twice. I thought Paul was gonna run the Fade with Fade, and that Fade was gonna be done expeditiously quick. Yeah, that was a good fight. Man, so many good moments in this movie, man. When he called the grandfather worm, when he was learning how to ride the worms, and they were just like, oh snap, we didn't think he was gonna call one this big, and it ended up being a grandfather worm, and he rode it. Man, that was such a dope scene. Just cinematically, the way that was shot, the way they were showing him using his tools to be able to ride the worm, like that whole thing was beautiful. This movie was beautiful, beautifully done. Shout out to my man Thanos, aka I can't think of his name, but shout out to my man that came back, that was in the first movie. We thought he died, but he actually survived. Shout out to the doctor actually putting up the Atreides doctor actually putting up a fight against Fade. Yeah, I thought that was pretty dope. And then finding out that Paul is actually the grandson of Fade's uncle. Like that was super interesting. And to find out that his mother was his daughter, like that was super interesting and intricate, and a twist I was not expecting. But I can sit here and talk for a while about this movie, but I ain't gonna hold y'all for too long. Out of 10, my ranking for Dune Part 2. So many good moments. So many it's so many good moments in this movie. So many good moments in this film. Just the way he started to use his powers and get control of his visions. The only part that hurt my heart was the way he fumbled Zendaya at the end. I'm like, dang, you gonna take Shorty hand in marriage, but you ain't even gonna tell your main Shorty that that's the plan, and that you only gonna marry her for the name. You just gonna hop and be like, yeah, you trust me, right? Like, you should trust me. You know what I mean? Like, you know I still love you, right? Nah, bro, you gotta divulge that plan at the end, bro. You gotta divulge that plan. You gotta let her know what's up. Communication is key, fam. That hurt my heart. I was like, no. Why you doing it like that, though? You just gonna take another person's hand in marriage in front of her and not tell her that this is what's gonna happen while she in the room? Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so, Paul. Why would you do such things? But man, like I said, this movie was phenomenal for me. The cinematography, the score, the direction, the acting. Chef's kiss. Chabela. But I don't know why I keep doing that. I'm not Italian. But at any rate, out of 10, I give this a 10 out of 10. So far, this is the best movie, hands down, that has come out of 2024. In my opinion. In my opinion. And this has been another edition of JusRzd Reviews. Like the video, share the video. If you have seen the movie, comment below. Let's chop it up about the film in the comments. Let me know how you feel about it. Let me know if you feel like it's a 10 out of 10 as well. Let me know if you think I'm tripping. We could discuss in the comments. Let's get it. Let's not be too spoilery in the comments, but let's chop it up. You feel me? Let's chop it up. Even though I know this video was super spoilery, I tried to still just give it little brief moments. But like I said, like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. We're going to keep doing these reviews every week, every Thursday. JusRzd Reviews. Let's get it. It's free soul to the show, free.